Welcome to the RFS series. In this part, we will talk about different oxidizers and fuels. Although not all of these oxidizers are still commonly used today, but they have been experimented with at some point during the development of rocket fuel combinations. It is important to note that at first rocket scientists didn't know what oxidizers would work best, and over a long period of time have come to their conclusions. Liquid oxygen was the first oxidizer to be used. Although it's non-toxic and very efficient, unfortunately, it has some issues regarding handling and storage. Nitrogen tetroxide is a very good oxidizer and can be stored at room temperature. Unfortunately, it reacts with air and water and releases poisonous vapors. Using nitric acid as an oxidizer was a bad idea all along, as it is a poor oxidizer, quite corrosive, and must be handled with precautions. Red fuming nitric acid, although produces spontaneous ignitions with many fuels, it is a very dangerous chemical, highly corrosive, and produces suffocating fumes. White fuming nitric acid is basically an improved version of red fuming nitric acid. Quote, WFNA, while it was just as corrosive as RFNA, at least didn't give off those clouds of NO2, quote, John Clark. People have tried very hard to put ozone to use as an oxidizer, but it has become clear over time that it was a really bad idea, as it is an unstable, toxic, and very sensitive chemical. Finding the right fuel is part of getting a rocket working. The fuel must not only ignite, but would preferably spontaneously and contain enough energy to lift the rocket. Besides that, it should be practical. We should be able to store it safely and use it without worrying too much about it blowing up any time. There were accidents when scientists were handling dangerous chemicals. Also, it must be easy to manufacture in large quantities. Fuels are often mixed with each other or other substances to improve them. Liquid hydrogen was the first ever fuel. It is efficient, non-toxic. Unfortunately, it's very cold and therefore evaporates quickly and has to be loaded soon before launch and needs special handling. Agencies like NASA still use it today commonly. Ethanol is commonly mixed into other fuels and used as a fuel by itself. RP1 is a reformed form of kerosene used in jet and rocket engines. It is commonly burned with LOX and is a very powerful propellant. Monomethylhydrazine was a very popular fuel, but now we are trying to avoid toxic substances like MMH and find more safe and environmentally friendly fuels.